What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the video today. Today's video is going to be on what is the best Megatron figure. And I have 4 here. I don't have them all because a lot of them suck. If we're going to be completely honest, the first 3 movie Megatrons besides Dark of the Moon, but his toys sucked. All of those toys sucked. Those Megatron toys were absolutely disgustingly bad. They can't pose, they can't stand, and do not flame me in the comments for this because they are bad. So we have the 4 best Megatron, yes, I'm saying best even though Siege is there, Megatron figures that we have gotten in the past 10 years. And these figures are all outstanding. Yes, I'm still saying Siege is an outstanding figure because it was for the time. And we're going to go through and compare them all and see which ones is the best. And we'll be ranking them on the scale of first being best and 4th being worst. And let's go through this and have an interesting deep dive on these characters. I'm doing this because I recently just got this lovely fella right here, this the Last Night Megatron, which is the best Bayverse design for Megatron out there. And yeah, so let's get right into this. So first off, let's start with the newest of the bunch, which is TF1 Megatron. This guy looks great for the screen depiction of him. His character design was okay. I didn't mind it. There's a lot of things that could have been better. Like, this Megatron should be a lot bigger. Even in the movie, he was bigger than every other bot that was on Cybertron. This is because they didn't have alt modes, and I understand that. But even when they did, like, I guess we haven't gotten a Ironhide or a Hound cogged version yet of TF1, but this guy should be a lot bigger in my opinion. But for what he is, he's really nice. He looks really cool. He has a lot of cool things that they added, but this was way before the movie came out, so this is just based off concept art. And this is something that they need to stop doing. So wait till the trailer comes out to start making your figures, Hasbro. But this Fusion Canyon is sad. And sadly, the Siege one does not look good on this Megatron simply because he's just such a small figure. But for being what he is, he's really cool. His joints all feel very nice. His posability is great. You can get him into almost every pose you see in the actual movie, and it is really good. The tank mode is alright. It doesn't look great, but what Megatron tank looks that amazing, to be honest with you. This guy is really cool. His paint is okay. The gray is a little bit unsettling. It could have been a little bit more like that gray than this gray, in my opinion. And I love this little forearm blaster. That's a cool add-on. But the big thing that really brings down this figure is the fact that his cannon is so small. Moving on, we now have our beloved Siege Megatron. This is the first Megatron that was good. I'm going to be completely honest. We had terrible Megatrons before this thing came out, and terrible most of the characters. Most of the Netflix characters, like all those characters, sucked for the toys. And you guys can flame the Netflix show all you want. It was a great show in my opinion, and but the figures that came out of it were amazing. And these things are stellar. And they still hold up today. They're still repainting them and making new versions of these figures because they're just such good designs. So Megatron here, he looks great. He looks stellar. He looks menacing. He looks like Megatron, but a better version of G1 Megatron. I love the battle damage on this guy. His cannon is actually the right size. Like, it looks like it's the right size on him. And my biggest thing is the legs are really flimsy on this toy, and it's basically on every Siege Megatron, not just mine. So yeah, this guy is not perfect, but it is really good for the time that he came out. The hands don't fully come out either, which is kind of an eyesore, but the treads on the back isn't that bad. It's a little bit of a backpack, but what Megatron doesn't have a backpack in the days of Siege. So yeah, this guy's really nice, and I really enjoy how he looks and how he poses. You can get him into some really nice poses, especially with the Fusion Cannon. In the fact that you can just slap one of these blast effects on the cannon is really cool as well. So that is Siege Megatron. Now for our third Megatron that we are putting to the test, it is this guy. And this guy is undoubtedly a masterpiece. Bumblebee movie Megatron is the best recent Megatron we've had. Like, blows TF1 Megatron out of the park type of deal. This guy's paint is stellar. Like, the amount of paint they put on this guy, the silver, the red, everything is super nice. I've heard people that say his fusion cannon doesn't look good or if it's not big enough, but I love it. This thing is beautiful. Best Megatron that we've gotten in a while. Not saying he's the best Megatron out of these four, but he is very nice. He was the leader class though, which is the rest of them were all just Voyagers in Deluxe. So he has a bigger budget for paint. He has a bigger budget for how big he is and everything else. So we got to consider into that as well. But this guy, he just looks super good. His face sculpt is amazing. And we didn't even get to see this guy in the movie. Just imagine this guy, if he was actually in the Bumblebee movie, it would have made the movie so much better than it was because it sucked nuts. Don't flame me in the comments for that. But yeah, this guy is just super cool. Even the Decepticon symbol on him is very, very well done. And the back is just so freaking clean. And the thing to really top him off, to make him look even better, is just to grab TF1 Megatron's gun and just put it on the back, and it just looks so good. This is what I did in Transformers: The Lost Autobots episode 9. He just looks stellar, and I think this guy is great. Another great part about him is he has these hands which open up, and it is a great feature to have on these Transformers, and they don't break. So that is amazing as well. So that is Bumblebee Movie Concept Art Studio Series Megatron. Now our last member, the most recent member to my collection, we have Voyager class, the Last Night Megatron, who was not Studio Series, but will be getting a new Studio Series figure sooner than later, which I think will absolutely blow the concept art one out of the park. This Megatron design is so good. This is my favorite Megatron design besides the G1 Megatron. Everything about this guy looks Bayverse, and it just screams Michael Bay out, and I just love the fact that that is happening. We needed to see more of this guy in the movie, and if there was just a movie against Megatron and Optimus, it would have been so fire. Because these two designs, this Megatron design and this Optimus design going head to head is just, oh, just so beautiful. These designs are so nice, and I'm so glad we have them both well done in figures. This, I thought when I first seen this was a Studio Series figure back when I was a kid. So it's really good. We have this fold-up cannon that you can kind of fold up and put away, and it just transforms out of his arm, which is actually such a cool feature. And the battle axe is just such a cool friggin' weapon, man, bro. And you can't even, like, the face sculpt. And this would have came out in 2017, bro. How? These figures were so well done, and even some modern Studio Series aren't as good as these, and these aren't even Studio Series. They're just mainline toys. Compare this Megatron to what we got for the recent live-action Rise of the Beast movie with this thing, and these guys is outstandingly better, because these guys, the mainline for Rise of the Beast sucked compared to the Last Night, and they were just one movie apart. So yeah, anyways, I'm talking too much about this Megatron. He's stellar, but now let's compare them all together. I think it's only fair to compare the two animation style Megatrons for third and fourth, because we have to have a live action Megatron design for our first place, but these two are still very good pickups and very good figures for the right price. Obviously, I think this I would use for D16. If this was released as D16 cogged version, I would be more happy than it would be called Megatron. This is the size, this is the feel, this is the look of Megatron, this is D16. They're two very different designs, and I'm okay with that, but this Megatron, it just doesn't cut it for me. This Megatron is 10 times better, besides these friggin' knee joints that have collapsed twice in this one clip, but I would put this guy in fourth place, not because he's a bad figure. He feels a lot better than this guy, like for joints, rise, and plastic, but the look of him, the size of him, the cannon, it just doesn't do it for me. I still love this figure, but I only use him, as you see in the TCU, we only use this guy for D16 because he's just not Megatron. Moving on to Siege Megatron, he's nowhere near perfect, but he has all of the standard articulation, even for when he came out. He is perfectly articulated, and he just looks super menacing, and this like the cannon barrel, and it just looks so cool. I love Siege Megatron. Now we have the real competition. We have the two live action Megatrons that are the best designs that we've ever seen for Megatron. Design wise, I enjoy this Megatron more, but I love this one too. This guy just seems so much more heavy designed and it looks so much more like more work was put into it. These figures are both outstanding. They both have no cable basically on the back of them. They both have stellar weapons. They both have a great paint job, and they both look outstanding. If I could tie them, they would be a hard tie in like if I had to put them both at one, but I can't do that. So considering that this guy is a Voyager, this is a leader, this came out in 2017, this came out in 2024, and they're both just as good, I have to put this guy behind this guy, because this guy is stellar for the amount of time, like the time he came out, the different things they had to go through to make this guy. Like, it is such much better figure. Like, it's not a better figure, but for the times, it is just so much better than this guy, because this guy would have came out when this guy came out, he would have been bad. So I'm gonna give first place to the Last Night Megatron, not because he's such a better figure, but just because he's a better figure for the time, and I like the design a lot more than the Bumblebee movie Megatron. But to be completely honest, they are very close, and they would be both in the same ranking if I could do that. So they are not very far behind. This is the best feeling Megatron we've ever gotten, the best posable Megatron we've ever gotten, and the most fun I've had to work with a Megatron doing stop motion. But considering for this list, I have not just those qualities to look at, this guy wins, and this guy is second place. So to recap, we have Transformers 1 Megatron in fourth place. We have Transformers Siege Megatron in third place. We have Transformers Bumblebee movie concept art Megatron in second place, and we have the one and only Megatron, the Last Night version, in first place. So yeah, these are my ratings, my opinion. You can tell me what your opinion and what your tier list would be in the comments down below. I'm interested to know. Do not flame me for these different opinions. They are mine, not yours, and you can have a different opinion than me. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And if you want more videos like this, like maybe I do an Optimus Prime version, or like a Soundwave or Bumblebee version, let me know down below in the comments. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe and peace.
I wear the 2, cause I'm brand new. It's just me and you. I hit the booth, praying on my knees for God to bless us too. Man, I'm trying to do 50 times to the ground, praying to you. I spit bars like Dr. Seuss, brought down lightning like I'm Zeus. Hey, ooh, you telling me you didn't get the clue? What the blue dog could do better than you? They wanna follow, but they want the bottle. That's just the truth. Now you started right, hold up, didn't mean to scare you. Hey, devil on my neck, what? But God's got my soul, and he ain't gon' let go. Tell the devil if you want smoke, we don't smoke him like he dope. See, I used to have a